So when I thought of what to share, maybe at TFI, Institute has been one place which I have actually looked forward to and I have actually really liked. Just to give some context, the Institute, so before we join as fellows, we go through a 5 week residential training program and we call it Institute. So I was in 2015 7. I did fellowship in 15 to 17. So from then I've attended 4 institutes over the last 3 years. I have been to institute. So that's why I thought I'll share about that. Just to start with, why I love institute is um, one biggest reason is just that that's one place where there is human resource in abundance. Like you find so many people who are doing so many things in different cities at one place. Even now, like back in city, once you're into the fellowship, once you're busy with the classrooms, I myself found it slightly difficult to reach out to people in other cities and other places. But at institute, it's just that I see them in the cafeteria, I see them near the lake, I see them everywhere around, and I can just have such good conversations with people, and that has been the biggest learning, and that's one main reason I love institute. And again, it's the people, but not just the fun, but the conversations and the learning. So that I'll share what my learning has been in each of the institutes. So it's going to be more of like a reflection on what I learned and what I do. So in first institute, I think first thing was when I went in with some sort of confidence that okay, I'm pretty good with things. Like I know what I know and what I'm doing and other things. But when I went to institute, I realized like how much more there is to learn. I was like, oh my god, there are so many people who have done so much more than me, who have had so much exposure, and I felt very small. Like I was initially, of course, overwhelmed, but that led me to have more conversations with people, and I learned so much from each of the conversations, from each of their experience. And I'm someone who learns a lot through just talking and just questioning things. So that was the first thing I learned. And also, I had worked with Make a Difference before Teach for India. From there, coming to TFI, certain structures and support systems, I could see the change in the way I am operating in the classroom and how much these are helping me to be a better teacher in the classroom. So that has been the first institute for me. And so yeah, the lens has been just, I was very open. I just want to know how can I teach it. I was just open to that and learning from people. So second institute, the decision I made was I was confused as to what internship to do after first year. I think majority of us are at that phase. So I was like, what do I do? I can explore multiple things. So I think again two different conversations. Like I think it was Prabha who asked me, do you have an idea of what you want to do in long term? And I was not clear. So then he was like, then see if you want to focus on your short term, which made sense to me at that point of time. And I was like, yeah, maybe institute is a good place where I get to learn more. I get to again learn from people so that I can come back and strengthen my classroom. Like that was the short term for me. So yeah, so I went to institute with that lens to learn what are the classroom practices I want to take back, what are things that people are doing. Very similar story. I went to institute thinking that my classroom is at a good place. Things are going very fine, but then again I met so many people who are doing so much better, such great things happening, and a lot of again mindsets shifted. So in my first year, I was slightly of the opinion that maybe values cannot be taught in classrooms through sessions or again creating vision document. All of that was just documents for me. And as a person, it's slightly difficult for me to operate just with ideas. I always constantly think about okay, how will it look in action? How will it look in action? So when vision document, all of that just look like okay, why am I doing this? How do I use this? But again, I saw people who actually did it in classroom, telling me things and showing videos and other things. And I was like, oh, the people in the videos, they're actually real. They have done these things. So that was one connection I made as my FA role. So I was just like, wow, I can do so much in my classroom. And I actually could have done so much more in my first year. So that's where I ended that first institute. So again, the lens again changed from thinking about my classroom, what can I take back, all of that. So that was institute, like the second institute where I was fellow advisor. Third institute, I went in as a staff. I started my work with Pithy. So again, I had some sort of idea maybe that I want to work with teachers in the long term. That's why I wanted to explore teacher training. So yeah, thinking a little bit on like, okay, how is my professional life gonna be? Like those, that was the lens I went in again. Um, then I think yeah. So the again, just I think it's just conversations, people pushing me. I think that is where I started thinking deeper about different problems, not just like having superficial just conversations about everything, but actually thinking saying that okay, these are happening. Why is it happening? Like not just thinking about the symptoms or what we see in the on the surface, but thinking about but why do you think it is happening? Like just constantly asking that question. Yeah, a little bit thinking about the long term and all of that. Just focusing a lot on managing my time and how do I prioritize because I was someone till my end of my fellowship who would just say yes to everything, do everything that came on my way. I actually did like random things like multiple things. I volunteered for recruitment, like for one of the recruitments. I was an FA, like different things I have explored. So I think by when I joined as a staff, I became more of like, okay, let me just prioritize now. I need to figure out what I want and what I don't want, and what are things I need to say yes to. And at times it's okay to say no as well. So I think that was something there at the third institute I attended as a staff. Um, Fourth and the last one is very special. The one I did, I did the IT role, the trainer role, which I was really excited about. Uh, so and again, lot of people influenced that. Few of them in the room as well. So I think yeah. So in the FITI role as well. Um, so I was training teachers, like I was working with teachers and I was conducting trainings. But throughout the year in all my trainings, I somewhere felt that the control should be in my hand. Like I had a very clear plan in my head, and like I had the idea, okay, this is the activity I'm doing, this is the discussion I want to have, this is the outcome. If the discussion slightly went in a different direction, I was just I would panic. I was like, how will I come back? Like I need to have this control, and I need to know the answer to all the questions. Saying that I am the trainer. If I don't know, then how? I had some sort of idea that I don't even have the credibility to take that training. But I think instead, like the IT role shifted that for me. So initially, again, I started with the same thought process, but somewhere around, I think it's also the group of people that I was with in the session room or the other ITs that I worked with. Like right now, I'm in a place where I'm like, it is okay if you don't know something. It's like one person cannot know every single thing about a particular topic, and it's okay to say that, hey, I don't know. We can surely discuss it, and also to even tell that, okay, I don't know, but does any of you know? Because probably one, like you guys would have more idea than me, and your experience would be different. So that is the place where I ended saying like being much more, so that made me more confident in my session, saying that I never felt the pressure to know everything and just saying that what will I do if I don't know the answer. So that ended up like made me a much more confident person. I think again, even this conversation, I'm just comfortable only because of that. And I'm actually surprised by my like mouth is not getting right and other things because it usually happens all the time. So I think this is what institute like the IT role has done for me. Also, like just again, it's the main learnings that I had and how I grew as a person, how my lens changed throughout the four institutes. And this is about more about the work part and about like my personal, like again the most common word that we use, reflection, which has helped me so much as well. Um, so institute, like we all know, it's very packed and it's like tuck, 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 everything just happens there. And everybody has to make so many decisions, like very quick decisions, be it in the classroom, be it as a staff. I think that made me think a lot about myself, saying that okay, this is the decision I made, but why did I choose to do that? That like so it was like kind of like epiphany used to happen to me at institute, saying that oh wow, this is the reason why I am like this, or probably this the past experience that happened to me, that is what affected, that's what pushed me to make this particular decision. So it is a place where so much like self exploration and that sort of learning also happened for me. So it's just been a very positive space that I always looked forward to. Like in a year, that has been one of the like, a peak in my learning curve. I feel like I'll come back with so many revelations about myself, saying that yes, I know so much more about me. That has been the institute for me, and I think one other big asset is just that I know fellows from cohorts 15, like 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, and 18 years. Uh, that has been one like a big asset as well. So I think just to like conclude, I think I was constantly like asking people things that what can people learn from this? What is that key thing that I will share with them? Or yeah, so I think I as a person believe a lot in the importance of we understanding about ourselves, how we operate, what are the decisions we take, why do we make these decisions. And I think that has also made me a person who accepts feedback or yeah, the different opinions of people, different perspectives. Like I don't judge people immediately when I hear a perspective. I'm like, okay, let me just listen. So just going from a place where I am very pressurized to. So initially, I would be like, if president is asking me a question, when as she is asking, I would think, what is the answer I will give? What is the answer I will give? From there, I think I move to a place where I'm like, okay, I listen to president and then see. It's okay if I cannot answer to her. Maybe she only wants me to listen. I don't need to answer everywhere. So I think that is one major shift that I saw through again trying to understand about myself, my actions. So yeah, I think for me, it was institute that helped me. One of the things that helped me. And yeah, I really think that we all need to find our institutes to understand about ourselves, to learn about ourselves, and to yeah, to be maybe like try to be better. So, yeah. Thank you.